Hey gang, Cheri here. Welcome to this edition of the Awesome Sunsets podcast. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. We have a very special guest on today. So give me a 10-4 or a thumbs up in the chat and let me know if you can see me and hear me okay. Want to make sure that all is good. Mary Ellen, can you give me a 10-4 if you can hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. I want to make sure everybody can hear me. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Today is All is Good. Thank you so much. Thank you, Daniel. Hello, Daniel and Nancy. Hello, Mary Ellen. Hello to everyone. If you are new, my name is Cheri. I am a travel advisor from the St. Louis area. My website is awesomesunsets.com, and you can hit the contact us button on there to send me over an email. So if I can help you with any of your travel needs, just let me know. I do have a group cruise. I have group rates on the Star of the Seas, October 25th, 2026. Details will be running below. But if you would like more information about that group cruise, and I'll give a little bit more information a little later too. Hi, John. Welcome in. If you have any questions on my group cruise, let me know. All right. So without further ado, I have Krystal from Royal Caribbean with me tonight. She's been on my show before, so I am thrilled to have her back and here on the podcast, live podcast on YouTube, guys. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and all the good things. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring Krystal on. 1 second. Hi,
Miss Krystal. Hi. Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, I am so thrilled to have you back. So thrilled that we can do this again. I love having you on. I love your presentations. I love Royal Caribbean. Yes. Oh my gosh. As I was telling you earlier, and I'll tell the chat, we went on the Icon of, oh, look, I got cold chill bumps. We went on the Icon of the Seas in February, y'all. It is definitely, it lives up to the hype. It lives up to the hype and goes above and beyond even the hype, y'all. I cannot explain to you how cool this ship is. And there's Carol, Lazy Days. Hi, Miss Carol. We had the best time on the Icon of the Seas, so I cannot wait to hear about the Star. And like I said, I've got group rates on the Star, so let me know if y'all want more information. But we are going to get the details of the Star of the Seas right from the source, Krystal from Royal Caribbean. Go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me back. I love doing these. I love chatting about all things royal. And I am so excited that we're doing this after you've experienced the Icon, because you have a little bit of a frame of reference for her new sister ship, Star of the Seas, coming out in August. So we're so excited. I'm so excited. And I just want to apologize in advance. My dog wants to be a part of the podcast too.
Oh, so well, of course.
In the background, but we're going to trudge through.
Well, you'll have to give him a treat for us later.
I will. And there's a little like dog something at the end that I'll tease.
Oh,
show. The Star has a special little fur baby reference, we'll say.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that. That is going to be amazing.
Yes. We are super excited to launch Star of the Seas. She's our second sister ship of our Icon class series. And as you experience with sailing on the Icon, it is truly, I struggle to even say it's a cruise. It's a vacation experience. It's just
an experience. Yes.
I don't even know how to say it all, but today I'm going to try to kind of walk you through all the different parts of Star. We're going to talk about some of the ways that it's a little bit different from her sister ship icon. And
Mhm.
I kind of broke it down in chills, thrills, and wows, because I really think those are the
Woo!
three big kind of contributors to the experience that comes from this ship. So that's kind
Love it.
of how. All
Yeah,
right.
can't
So,
wait to hear all about it. So whenever you're ready, I'll put up the slides.
okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start. I've got some cool pictures to show you guys.
There we
And of course,
go.
describing it for those listening. But
Sure.
Star it's just one of those true iconic experiences, if I should say. So,
Oh, I cannot wait.
yay. Okay, so first let's just break down a little bit just to remind you kind of what this experience is when it comes to the icon class ships, because
Mhm.
I guess I should back up and say, Royal Caribbean, we have 30 different ships right now
Wow.
available. So it can be hard sometimes to decipher between the ships and, kind of what's featured on each ship. But we try to put them, we do put them in what we call classes.
Mhm.
And that lets you know that these are like-minded ships with similar features in
Mhm.
this one class. And you can expect to see those things on board when you are sailing. So last year, when we launched our Icon class, a brand new class of ship for Royal Caribbean, we launched it with our flagship Icon of the Seas, and it was just such a
Mhm.
hit for us, as you experienced in February. It's just an
Oh,
experience. So, Star is just kind of taking that and elevating, making her, making different experiences, but still along those same lines. So she's going to have, of course, the largest cruise ship in the world. These ships are amongst
woo!
that. A max capacity of about 7,500 guests, but we typically sail with about 6,500 passengers.
Okay.
And one tip that I'll say about Star of the Seas and any Icon class ship that we have is this is going to be perfect for your families, because
Yes.
80% of the cabins on the ship can be converted into triples. So 3 people in a
Mm,
cabin or 4 people in a cabin. And that's what we
love
need
it.
for our families, right? Um,
Absolutely.
so many families are those 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And
Mhm.
this ship is going to be the best to accommodate those families. So if we've got a bunch of those littles, a bunch of kids, and we want to take them on a cool experience, this is perfect for it. If you've got large groups of families, a large group of friends, all these experiences are so cool and so perfect for it. And you've got a variety of different ways that you can stay, which I love about this ship.
Oh yeah, we had a bunch of friends, from our YouTube family. I would call them, and we just had the best time
I
on
think
the
I may have lost your
Icon.
sound there.
Oh, can you not hear me?
Oh, came back. Perfect. It might have
Oh,
been me.
well, and it could be my internet. My internet seems to be going in and out these days, but uh, yeah, we had a group of friends on the Icon. It was absolutely perfect for that. So,
Yes, yes. So, it's going to be along the same lines as Icon, and you've got that largest cruise ship in the world energy. But one
yeah.
thing I want to talk about that's very important with the logistics of these large cruise ships is our neighborhood setup.
Mm.
Just like in your town, your city, you have, 7,000 people in the city. Not everyone's going to be in one place at one time. You've got
Mhm.
these pockets of interest, these neighborhoods, right? Everyone's in their separate neighborhoods. And that's what we do on board to create that flow and to create that logistics and that experience there. And here's just a little snapshot of the Star of the Seas neighborhoods. I mean, take a look at all the cool things you can do in the neighborhoods. You've got a whole neighborhood just for your amusement park experience, like water slides, mini golf, simulated surfing.
Mhm.
Um, One neighborhood that to me is a game changer is our Surfside neighborhood.
Yes, love it.
It's like perfect for families. They can stay there, whether their cabins are facing into the neighborhood or ocean view.
Mhm.
They've got their own grab and go eatery, their own buffet,
Yes.
carousel, their own pool. How cool is it that the kids, the families, have their own pool in their own neighborhood? I
Well,
mean,
we don't have kids, and we loved it there.
listen, Surfside neighborhood is my favorite because of the buffet there. Anytime I can
It's
get chicken nuggets in the
unbelievable.
shape of a dinosaur, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, but you know what? They had adult food too. Their steak was the one of the best steaks we had on board. The bolognese is amazing. You got to try that. So they had big people food too.
Yes, they do. It's perfect. And that's what's so perfect about creating a whole neighborhood for families. Families don't just mean kids, they mean everyone. And we check those boxes.
Yeah, you got to take care of moms and dads too.
Exactly. So you got to have stuff for them too. So you've got that neighborhood for them, but then take a look at some of the other neighborhoods. You've got Chill Island that's going to feature 6 different pools, hideaway, adults only area. How cool is that? I mean,
Oh,
even
loved
though
it.
we're a family brand, we always have some kind of adults only pocket, some kind of
Mhm.
adults only oasis, and that's it.
Yes.
And then I want to also call out the suite neighborhood, because
Mhm.
how cool is it that if you decide that you want to elevate your stay, you want to purchase a suite, you want to be pampered for your week on board, you get
Ooh.
your own neighborhood, your own exclusive neighborhood with a pool, hot tub. There's multiple hot tubs, actually, a beautiful alfresco area, a beautiful seated bar there, open outdoor area to eat, and their own private restaurant. All that elevated kind of status for enjoying a suite. So
Amazing.
all of these different pockets that really hone in on the experience. And I will have to say, my last little tidbit is Central Park. This is
Oh,
my favorite neighborhood that we do across all of our ships.
yes.
Thousands of live plants and trees
It's the
in the
best.
middle. You're in the middle of the ocean and you're surrounded by all these live plants and trees, even real bugs. I was sitting down.
Well, I sort of say you can
and a
see a
bug
bird or two. We've seen birds in there and everything.
Yeah. So, not only does it kind of paint that picture of logistics and how we're flowing around the ship, it also lets you know all the experiences you have to look forward to.
Mhm.
And that is what this ship is about. What this experience is about that pockets of experiences that choose your own adventure. And I love it. So
Wow.
it's so awesome.
Yes.
So, I kind of broke it down into chills, thrills, and wows. So let's start with the
Mhm.
chills. And,
Okay.
to me, I feel like chills are my pool time.
Okay.
And, I don't know if you've noticed, but our Icon class ships have more pools than we've ever had on any of our ships.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere, right? They're everywhere. There's 7 different pools. And the cool thing I like about it as well is that we don't only put the pools on the top deck. There are different
Mhm.
areas for different special interests. So we've got pools for families. I talked about the pool that's in the Surfside neighborhood, that family neighborhood.
Yes.
And how cool is it that, parents can sit back. They have a specially designed pool for their kids. We've got
Mhm.
lifeguards everywhere. It's just the utmost of safety, and they can sit back and just kind of relax knowing that the kids are safe and they have their own pool experience there. So
Just chill. That's right.
Mhm. And the design of the pools as well, we built them all on the outskirts of the ship, so they all have this beautiful water's edge view, and it's that perfect infinity view. And how important is
Oh,
that? You're
yes.
sailing on the ship, you're experiencing it, but you get that beautiful view straight.
That was my favorite part of the Icon is everywhere you go, you can still see the ocean.
Mhm. Yeah.
Everywhere, even the promenade. That was my favorite part. I loved it.
Yeah, I loved that because, on some of the other ships, like our Oasis class ship, especially in the promenade, you're a little bit enclosed, but
Right.
moving all the public spaces on the outskirts, you do get that view.
It's amazing.
And it works with the pools too. It's just awesome. We've got pools for relaxing, maybe something a little bit more chill, like our Cloud 17, which is a little bit more of a chill experience. And we even have our Sun Deck pool, which is our sweet neighborhood pool as well. So, you got that relaxing vibe, but then also because every single one of our ships and experiences will have some kind of adult only pocket, we do have pools for adults, like in the Hideaway, the adults only neighborhood. And then we also have Swim and Tonic, which is, we've never had swim up bars on our ships. And Icon class ships were the first to start these swim up bars. So Swim and Tonic on Star of the Seas has about a 20 seat swim up bar. And so it's just such a cool experience. We do that for adults. So, keep the water safe, right?
Right. Hey, I want to say real quick hello to Manny and Kelly, Cake Daddy from Dallas. You got to go see Cake Daddy if you're in Dallas.
Hey.
Here's Mike and Lindsay. Hello. I tell you what, we had the best time on the adults only section there. In the hot tub there was just incredible.
And they're in like huge little mini margarita glasses, right? Or like, not mini, I guess they're obviously large, but they're in the shape of margarita glasses.
And there was a nice place for my husband to sit and, watch our things while I was in the hot tub. And then we kind of switched off and stuff like that. But the seating, they had like this big couch, cushy thing all the way around. I love that.
Mm-hmm. And this neighborhood being on the aft of the ship, from your cabin being on the aft, that view is perfect. And we purposely put that hideaway neighborhood on the back of the ship to have that aft infinity view for the pool there. And then take a look right behind the pool. For those who can see, there's a beautiful al fresco open air bar there that I just love. It's adults only. It's chill. It's just a perfect kind of oasis, Yeah,
I think Manny and them went over there. Manny's saying he's looking forward to his suite on Star of the Seas. And Jim B's in the house. Hi, Jim. Jim was on the icon with us as well. Cake Daddy, Manny, and Kelly was on there with us as well. So
nice. So you guys experience hideaway. Star is going to have a hideaway as well, and it's going to be that same great fun as well. So.
Now, one more thing I want to point out to the folks here in the chat. Oh, and hi, See It With Us. Welcome in. But one more thing I wanted to say. So, I had an extended aft balcony. Well, Manny did too. They were right next door to us. And you were not overlooking this hideaway area here. So you were just overlooking the ocean. So I know some cruise lines, if you're in the aft, that you're looking down on a deck and you're looking down on people. This was not like that. Our extended aft balcony you look straight down to the ocean. And it was crazy. It was kind of weird. Like my husband, the first time he walked up, he's like, this is kind of weird, but we got used to it real quick. And it was so nice. So definitely, Manny says so much fun on the icon. Mary Ellen's asking, are there any solo cabins on board? I don't think so, right?
No, for solos for us, the best kind of way to kind of navigate that is sometimes we do run promotions where we waive what we call a single supplement. And it's basically, waiving some of that extra fee. So that's really kind of how we supplement with the singles there.
Gotcha. Yeah. So Carol said, adults only, that's where I want to be. And Manny said, so much fun on the icon. And then he said, we look straight down on the water from our aft balcony. So highly recommend those aft balconies if you can get them.
Yes. I'm going to try to get one too.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah. So, the views are stunning, and we specifically designed many of the experiences for those views. So I'm so glad to hear that you got to experience one of those aft cabins.
Oh, amazing.
So, just a little touch on the pools, but let's talk about the thrills because, Royal Caribbean is really known for our activities. I would have to say, the big things we're known for that differentiates us is activities and entertainment. I think it's just top notch. And to me, having a ship that has basically an entire neighborhood dedicated to the fun. I mean, come on.
Yes.
How cool is that? I mean, our ships, we've always had activities on our ships, right? But they've been scattered amongst the top decks. And I think it's so cool to round everything up and put it on one area. And you literally go there to have your amusement park day. Like it's so cool.
Everything's right there.
Did you ride any of the 6 water slides that we have on?
Oh no, I didn't get to do half the things. I got to go back. I didn't get to do half the things I wanted to do.
Exactly. So 6 water slides. We've got mini golf, simulated surfing, our sports court, which features basketball and pickleball. I mean, you've got so much. Adrenaline Peak, which is our rock climbing wall. And we also have a really cool experience. It's called the Crown's Edge, where it's kind of a walk the plank experience on the outside of the ships.
Oh, I would have loved to do that.
You know, it's so we have limited spacing on that one, so that is something that you kind of have to pre-register for.
Okay,
but,
good to know.
You know, I have colleagues who have done it. I'm not a heights person, so you will not find me dangling off the side of the ship. But
I do it.
Cool things about it. So, and you know, with all of the cool activities, I think sometimes, you know, we think about it being so much cool stuff for kids, but yes, there's a ton of cool things for the littles. We have, you know, a smaller kind of splashy areas along with the slides, if maybe they're a little smaller and they can't ride the slides, but I'm telling you, it's for the little kids and the big kids at heart. I spent just as much time in this amusement park neighborhood than a lot of the kids that I sailed with. So
nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And it's really the cornerstone of our thrills. And I just love having that option to be able to just do some cool adventurous stuff while you're on, right?
And you know what? Even if you're not the one doing it, it's so fun to watch them. We sat there at the what is that now? You went back now I forgot the name of it. The flow rider. The flow rider.
Oh, the flow rider, the simulated surfing. Yes.
They had like grandstand seating there on the Icon, which they didn't have on the other ships as much. This had a lot of seating where you could just sit there. We sat there for an hour, I bet, or longer, and just watched the people surf, and it was so much fun. So even if you're not doing it, it's still fun to watch.
And one of the cool things about the way they designed the neighborhood and how they made it kind of compact, literally the slides are weaving through the neighborhood. So it's really fun to walk through because you'll hear randomly people going through a slide and you hear, woo!
Yeah.
It's such a funny experience just to walk through under the slides.
Love it.
Oh gosh, it's great. And you know, we're gonna have just more of that, and of course, elevated and on tap for you with Star. You got a little taste of it with Icon. We're gonna make sure to bring that to Star as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna move to food because I'm always hungry. Food is my number one, and let me tell you that Star has about 40 different bar and restaurant venues.
That's the food was incredible on the Icon. I mean, incredible. I don't think I had one bad meal on there. I mean, we loved everything.
Yes, absolutely. And my favorite part about the Royal Caribbean experience with dining is that I know I've said this, but it really is a choose your own adventure. You can literally have 20 different bites in one day if you want to.
Sure.
And I love that aspect of it because with a ship this size, not only do you need those buffet options, main dining, but you need grab and go because you got to grab that food and you got to get back to the fun. And I love that we have so many options. And one other thing I'll mention about this, a few months ago, I took a competitor's cruise line. We're not going to go into, you know, who it was or anything, but one of the biggest things that I thought was like, I can say Royal Caribbean does this better is dining. And not because of the variety of food that this other competitor had or the venues. It's not that, or excuse me, the variety. It was the venues. The venues were the problem.
Yeah.
Because when you only have 2 places to eat for a 5,000 passenger ship, during meal times, everybody's going to one of those 2 places.
That's not going to work.
Cluster of people during meal times.
Yeah.
Halfway through the cruise, I was just annoyed. I didn't even want to go eat during meal times. So simply having the grab and go option stationed all around the ship, if for nothing else, creates that better flow. And you don't have everybody on the ship going to 2 places for meal times.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, you've got things sprinkled out so well that you're never very far from a drink or a snack or food. Manny said Icon has some of the best food we've ever had on a cruise ship. Hi, Miss Cheryl. Cheryl One Deck Down is here. She said Royal is great.
Absolutely. And I love that you brought up that point, because that was honestly, that was the point of creating this new class of ship, is we wanted to have a full, well-rounded neighborhood where you wouldn't have to go far to get everything you need. Food,
Nope.
entertainment. And that is exactly what has elevated this class of ship from anything else that we've had, is that you don't have to go far. Everything.
And delicious food. You know, you've got Central Park, you've got Surfside, you've got the Promenade, you've got, you know, everywhere you go. Oh, what is it? The Aquad Dome. You know, you wouldn't expect, you know, food there, but there's all kinds of food options there.
Oh my gosh. It's my favorite venue there. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
So, you know, what I also want to bring home to is, you know, on a ship like this, we've got many different ways to dine and experiences. We've got so many included experiences, and then we have ways to elevate the experience. If you want to have more of an elevated time, maybe one night, maybe every night of your cruise, we have, again, a way to choose your own adventure. So we have just as many complimentary as we do specialty options, and we have so many variety and so many ways to do it. So let's start with talking about the dining room. The dining room is our main dining area each evening, whether you choose early seating, late seating, or my type dining. And we do that on decks 3, 4, and 5. It is a beautiful coursed out dinner there where you'll be seated and served. And we do rotate those menu pairings every single night. A lot of times we'll have theme nights and things like that. And it's just so delicious. I really enjoy our dining room. I think that we have introduced a lot of unique flavors and recipes, and I just really enjoy the way that we do it. And I'm telling you, our service staff is so incredible. They truly love their jobs. They love sailing, and it creates that experience for you. I mean, how terrible is it when you go to a restaurant and someone is miserable and they hate their job, and that ruins your experience?
Oh, they are so above and beyond. I mean,
they are.
Just ask Manny. We were on there for his birthday, and they just did it up so big. It was totally incredible. You'll see my videos. I'm still working on my videos, getting those out, guys. Sorry, I'm a little late on all that. But oh my gosh, we went there for breakfast even one morning. That was just incredible to be served at breakfast.
My favorite is the breakfast and brunches there. Like,
yes,
there's something about being pampered for breakfast and brunch that just instantly makes me feel like rich or something.
I know. It just starts out your day like, oh my gosh, I feel like a queen.
Exactly. And, you know, we're offering that experience there. And even if maybe you're not a dining room person, of course, we're going to have tons of other options like our Aquadome Market. We were just talking about this. This is my favorite food concept that we have brought to Royal Caribbean. I think it's so cool. It is very much of the food hall style where you've got 5 different food stands, a bar area. But when you walk in, listen, for me, my vacation is about bites. I love bites. And Aquadome Market is perfect for it. I can have 5 different types of food bites.
I know.
It's my heaven. Now, on Icon, you guys, I think you guys had there was a mac and cheese place. There was
the mac and cheese, the crepes. Yes.
I believe there was like halal, maybe Mediterranean, stuff like that.
Yes. Right.
We're going to switch up the venues a little bit for Star, because, you know, we want to make the sister ship slightly different. So we're going to have a barbecue place, an Asian fusion, and a little kind of Latin fusion as well. So a little bit of a different theme to the stalls, but same concept of that food hall style, making bites of different types of cuisines there.
Yeah, Carol said I would gain 10 pounds. I definitely gained 10 pounds on the Icon. So I forgot to lose. I usually lose 10 pounds so I can gain it back. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And Carol said one of the favorite parts about Royal is the self-serve soda machines. Yes.
Ooh, yes.
I love my soda package. I absolutely definitely got my money's worth.
Absolutely. I can contest that when I spent my time on Icon, I gained a little bit of weight too. I will say that there is a Monte Cristo sandwich in the Aquadome Market. That is my kryptonite. I probably had 2 of those a day when I was on.
The one we had one, I forget. I think that was it though. It just incredible.
Yes.
Loved it.
Complimentary venue. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You have just as much cool options complimentary as you do specialty.
Absolutely.
Another complimentary venue is our Windjammer Cafe. This is our classic buffet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with hundreds of different menu items, flavors that rotate throughout the week. And that's going to be always available for you. And then remember,
it is ginormous, you guys.
Ginormous. And I'll say for the allergen people, there's actually an entire gluten-free section in the back. And I know that's so important for some people
wonderful.
that are sailing is in that buffet. We have an entire section that's gluten-free. So that's pretty cool.
That goes really far with a lot of folks, really, honestly.
It really does. And, we were talking earlier about the buffet in the kids area. That's the Surfside Eatery. Additionally, we also have a grab-and-go window, Surfside Bites. Now, how cool is it to have two different venues that you can go and grab quick food, kid-friendly food? This is where I got my chicken nuggets in the shape of a dinosaur.
Yes, and they got ice cream between the two.
So. Yes, yeah, the Sprinkles ice cream shop set up there. I mean, it's a cool experience whether you're sailing with your family or not. I love the eateries in Surfside.
Manny says now he's hungry.
Right? And did you guys check out the Base Camp Eatery? So one of the important things that we wanted to make sure, again, with the design of these icon class ships, that you weren't going to go far for food when you're in a neighborhood. And in Thrill Island, I love it because on our other ships with our activities, they're so spread out on the top decks, and then you have to go to a whole different area to grab food. Not on the Star. We've got Thrill Island, and right in Thrill Island is Base Camp. It's a grab-and-go food window with and a bar cart. And then around the corner is El Loco Fresh, our Mexican cantina. So right there at the amusement park neighborhood, you want a bite to eat, run off and get a burger or run off and get a taco. You got both options right there. Don't have to go far for what you need.
That is such a cool area. Love it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it just really, that to me sets this ship apart because it truly is its own experience, own amusement park experience, right?
It is. And like say, you know, like you're at the pool or the water slide or the hot tub and you're like, I want to go get something, but I don't want to walk all the way up to the Windjammer.
Exactly.
It's right there.
Exactly.
Right there.
Exactly. So, and then I will have to say, my absolute favorite eatery, I think I've mentioned this before on the show, but anybody who knows me knows that I always get a piece of pizza before I go to bed every night.
Oh, yes.
Sarrentos. It is my cruise tradition. I actually walk the stairs when I'm cruising. I don't take the elevator. I walk the stairs specifically so that I can have my pizza every night.
Well, yeah, you got to have pizza before bedtime.
Every night. And Sarrentos right there in Royal Promenade does not disappoint. And the cool thing about Sarrentos that we added on Star of the Seas is we've added a beer tap at the pizza place. So you've got built-in beer and pizza right there.
Oh, wow. Hey, that's going to just take it to the next level.
Exactly. I mean, and that was, again, the intent. Every dining place, every activity wants to be a whole experience.
Love
I'll take it. So, tons of complimentary options. And of course, sometimes we might want to elevate our experience. And that is why we offer specialty, whether you want to do one night at a specialty restaurant or do a package and do every night there. We always like to give our options to choose exactly the experience they want.
And this is, the supper club, huh?
Star is going to be the same. So on Icon, I'm not sure if you noticed, but there was a supper club as well. It was called the Empire Supper Club.
Yes, we went by there. Looked so inviting.
Yes. So on Icon, Empire Supper Club is a little bit of a New York throwback theme, whereas Star, we're doing Lincoln Park Supper Club, which will be very Chicago style.
Oh, okay. Love it.
And the unique thing about this experience is that every meal is paired with a beverage and an entertainment. So it's very speakeasy style entertainment, and it's all coursed together throughout your meal.
I love the live entertainment. Wow.
So it's truly a dinner and a supper club experience in every sense of the word. So it's a cool thing to, again, we're on vacations. We want to elevate, do something a little special that evening. This could be it. And then, of course, we always have our wonderful specialty restaurants. We want to make sure to bring those concepts to all of our ships. And we did that to Star. So we've got our celebrations table, which is a bit newer. Ooh. But this one is cool because so many times you sail for a reason. It's grandma and grandpa's 50th anniversary, and they're taking the whole family. Or a big family reunion. We haven't gotten together in 5 years, and now we're going to.
Yes, perfect for that.
Birthdays.
Yes. Birthdays. Anniversaries.
Everyone's celebrating something, and if you want to do private dining, we have an option for that.
Nice.
We also have our sushi and hibachi option.
Ooh, a lot of people love that.
It's so yummy. And we even added a walk-up grab-and-go sushi window. So you can have sushi, whether it's hibachi, whether you sit down at the sushi bar, or whether you do the grab-and-go walk-up window. You've got sushi, and hibachi everywhere.
Love it. Hey, I want to say welcome into Cruising Complete. Welcome in. And Carol said, I love the Monte Cristos. I'm sure I would love it on Royal. So...
Oh my gosh. I used to tell them extra powdered sugar on it.
Okay, so I'm trying to think what is the name of the venue on the Icon? I can't think of it now. And it's across from the Pearl Cafe. Pearl Cafe. That's what it was. Oh my gosh.
The sandwiches at the Pearl Cafe.
Yes, the sandwiches at the Pearl Cafe. Oh my gosh. And then a lot of my party, they stayed there all day and played games and stuff like that. It's a
great sitting area too, right?
Yes, a perfect sitting area for friends or family to catch up. Loved it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Pearl Cafe, actually, I might have lied a little bit when I said I get a pizza every night before bed. When I was on Icon, I struggled a couple nights because I got a little bit of those mini sandwiches before bed at the Pearl Cafe instead of the pizza one night. So I may have
loved it. Loved it.
But no, that's a perfect call out. Pearl Cafe is one of my favorites.
Oh, definitely. Gotta stop.
All right, so we've got our steakhouse concept with Chops Grill, of course, and then we also have our Italian concept with Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar. And just like on Icon, we have that double-decker setup with it. So you've got a full wine bar on the upstairs if you just want to have wine and maybe antipasties.
Okay.
The whole dinner setup. There is a downstairs area, beautiful dining room, and it actually overlooks the after the ship, so you get some really beautiful views there as well.
Wow.
It's so beautiful. Again, we built a lot of the stuff on the outskirts, and you really do get that great kind of view.
Yes, if you go up on the second deck of the promenade, then you've got all the restaurants up there, and you can see. You can still see out though. You can still see out. To the ocean, and it's just amazing.
Some of my favorite seating with Giovanni's is just right there on that upper level of the promenade there, and you can sit where you're looking down into the promenade. It's some great people watching.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
Perfect.
We also have a seafood concept. Think lobster rolls. Think fresh shrimp and oysters. We've got that for you to enjoy as well. And then gone are the days of someone saying, I can't cruise that week. The big game is on. The Super Bowl is on.
You can't use that excuse anymore.
Use that excuse anymore. And let me tell you, I'm from the South originally, and we do not play about our college football. So I would literally have people who wouldn't leave on weekends when their favorite team was playing or rivalries were playing.
Mm-hmm. My son's the same way. Don't talk to him on Saturdays now.
I know,
right? Don't even try it.
I know. So, Playmaker Sports Bar is going to solve that problem because we're going to have an awesome sports bar, awesome food, and very similar to the venue on the Icon, tons of TVs that have the ability to get many different games from around the world.
Everywhere.
I'll share a little story, not on Star, of course, because she's not out yet. Not even on Icon, but another Playmakers on another ship. I happened to be sailing during the last World Cup. And let me tell you, you think I'm on a cruise, no one's keeping up with the World Cup. The entire Playmaker Sports Bar at Argentina happened to be playing.
Packed out.
Like they knew and they brought their jerseys. It was like 300 people in Argentina jerseys on the first day of the cruise. Like, how did you even get the memo to bring your jersey?
They sent out a memo.
Yes, they did. It was the coolest thing because it really does show you that this works. If you're going to miss a big game, or if you're sailing during a big game, during the Super Bowl, this, that, we have it. And we're going to have a fun party to go along with it.
You can create a whole group around that.
Oh, you absolutely could. I have some, an agent that sent some of her clients, and they went on a Super Bowl. They took about 6 of their friends. It was like 8 people total, and they just literally went and cruised to spend Super Bowl weekend on board. They couldn't afford going to actual where the Super Bowl was, but they said, you know what? We can't go to the actual game, but we're going to cruise and enjoy it while we're watching the game.
I love it because you can, do your thing, but you don't have to drive home, and it's, just all right there for you.
Exactly. It's perfect. So, and Playmakers makes that accessible.
Love it.
And the last little food item I want to touch on is quite possibly one of my favorites as well. Close second to the pizza. It is our deserted milkshake bar. Did you guys try this on Icon? Boozy and regular milkshakes. And the milkshakes are like, what's piled high on top? It's such a whimsical treat.
That's not a milkshake. That is a work of art.
It truly is. And when I got one on Icon, like I maybe had a fourth of it. And I was like, wait a second, we have to share this.
It's definitely shareable.
Yes. So, and you've got regular and boozy options. So whether you're a kid or a kid at heart, you've got a milkshake option for both.
Adult milkshakes. You got to love it.
Oh, yeah. And, I didn't even scratch the surface. Like I said, we have about 40 different bars and restaurants total. Oh, yeah. So this is just a little bit of a highlight. And I didn't even talk about the Pro Cafe, which you brought up. And that's one of my favorites too.
Yes,
and that's
don't miss the Pro Cafe.
The abundance of food and experience and bars and lounges. So cool.
Everywhere you look.
Everywhere you look.
And everywhere you look, you see the ocean. So
I love it.
I thought that was my favorite part. I think, that was different from the Oasis class.
Yes.
Was that accessibility to see the ocean. You really felt like you were on like a yacht or something,
Oh, that's a great way to describe it, because when you're on it's that smaller ship feeling, because you can see that outskirts, but you have all these robust experiences. So that's a perfect way to describe it. I'm going to steal that.
Hey, you can use that. Oh, let's see. We got a question. Are they doing anything special for guests? Because of the they moved the date. Okay, we'll do that after the slides. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Put that in our pocket.
All right. So we went through all of the wow and amazing food. And I want to take you through another one of my favorite parts of what we do, and the experience you can get on the ship, and that's the entertainment. I'm such an entertainment girly. I love things on stage. I love, going to go dance. I love everything. Watching a cool comedy show. I mean, any way you want to be entertained, we've got it on board Star of the Seas. So
next level entertainment.
Level.
Oh yeah. Incredible.
So this is a little bit of an overview. We've got, of course, so Royal Caribbean is the only cruise line that does entertainment by stage, air, water, and
unmatched anywhere.
And we've got all of those on Star except air. The air entertainment really comes in with our Quantum class ships. We have a venue there called the 270, which does aerial shows. But honestly, our aqua shows with the tightrope walking, that might as well be aerial, right?
That's what I would consider it. Yeah.
It might as well be aerial. It really does check all the boxes.
And the thing that swings around, I don't know what that thing was, but the guy was jumping off of it. Well, you'll see it in my video if you guys hadn't seen it yet. But oh my gosh,
It's insane. It's insane. And
acrobatics, I guess you'd call it.
And one of the things I really want to kind of hone in on here is that we have our own production company that creates our shows.
They're amazing.
They are incredible. And this is not just some, I think a lot of times cruise ship entertainment maybe gets a bad rap, but let me tell you, these are shows that you would pay hundreds of dollars in New York or Las Vegas to
Thousands.
see. By the time you're doing that with your whole family, absolutely. The performers are professional performers who have auditioned the same places as Broadway or Vegas or any of these other touring productions. And when it comes to the ice shows and the aqua shows, these are professional and in some cases Olympic divers and skaters.
Mind blowing. Yeah, Olympic. I mean, they are diving into these little bitty pools while you're on the ocean.
Yes.
And you're moving. I'm like, oh my God. And the ice skaters too. I mean, I'm like, how do they do that? I don't even know how they do that, but they do it so well.
Yes, it's insane. And Star is going to be no different. We are starting with our stage show. This is so cool. It's going to be Back to the Future. We always have some kind of, on our Oasis class and Icon, we always have a Broadway licensed show. And we're going to do Back to the Future on Star.
Well, I tell you what, talking about aerial things. Now, I'm sure Back to the Future will probably be the same, but we were on the Icon and saw the Wizard of Oz, and you have the bed, flying across the audience. You're looking up, and you have things going on above you, and everything is just incredible.
I've always said that our shows, our Broadway licensed shows, are absolutely incredible, and the biggest reason is because, unlike Broadway is beheld by a certain size of their theater, right? They can only have a certain amount of seats. They can only have a certain stage. We don't have those restrictions. So we can have this incredible, intricate stage and to really enhance these shows. So my favorite thing to say about the Icon of the Seas show, Wizard of Oz, is that when Dorothy gets swept away in the tornado, you don't just see Dorothy, you feel Dorothy, you see her getting swept away. And to be immersed in that experience is so special and something that, quite honestly, you can't even really get on Broadway.
That's the word. That's the word, immersed. It just immerses you in, and it's not just in front of you, it's all around you and above you.
All around you.
Yes.
Yeah. And fun little fact about Back to the Future, this show has closed on Broadway. I believe there is a touring production, but we will have the only kind of seated sit-down production. So,
wow.
Cool.
Yeah,
isn't that incredible? For our guests. And when Back to the Future is done, we have our own show called Create that we've come up with. It kind of follows our cute little Create robot through his journey.
He's cute.
And again, see immersive experiences and just think what we can do with robots and drones, and I mean, it's going to be cool.
Oh, that's going to be
we love doing drones in our shows, so it's just very, very cool. And that's just in the Royal Theater. We still have, of course, our Aqua Theater. I love that they're bringing this show back. We had this short show Twerk on one of the Oasis class ship that they ran, and it's so cool because just like the name implies, it's a high energy everything.
Wow.
Flips, tightrope walking, incredible synchronized swimming sequences. I mean, all to contemporary modern music. It is, I can't even say enough about our aqua shows. It's one of the most incredible spectacles you'll see, and it's included with your cruise. This is literally something you'd pay hundreds of dollars a ticket to see.
Yes, these performers are so next level. I mean, I trip on my own 2 feet walking across the floor. These people are like diving from 500 feet up or however much it is, I don't know, but and dangling and a lot of it reminds you of like the contortionists, and I don't even know how to explain it all. But yeah, like Cirque du Soleil, that's what I'm trying to say, like a Cirque du Soleil show on steroids on a cruise ship.
Mm-hmm. And we changed up the design of the theater a little bit. On previous ships, before we introduced this icon class, we had this theater on the back of the ship, very open air.
Yes.
Now we've moved it to the very front of the ship into this beautiful glass dome. And the top of the dome has this 5-story continuous shape-shifting waterfall. And the performers perform in the waterfall as well. It's insane.
Oh, mind-boggling. Manny says Wizard of Oz was the best I've ever seen at sea and on land.
Yes. I was so blown away. I will agree, because I was blown away at how amazing the production is, like above Broadway's production, like that type of thing. It was incredible.
And the Aqua Show, oh my gosh. Just, since they moved it inside, it just means that they can surround you with these lights and just all this flashing and music. And I mean, it's just, oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. It's insane.
You're sitting there with your jaw wide open. You forget to breathe.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And keep your jaw open for Mermaids. It's one of our original productions we're going to be bringing in the fall.
Oh,
so think pirates,
cool.
mermaids, whimsical fun. Think about the cool costumes
Love
we're
it.
going to be doing. I mean, it's just so cool, the imagination and the whimsy we put in these shows, and it really does immerse you in this experience.
Nice. Who doesn't like pirates and mermaids,
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Now, our ice rink is called Absolute Zero. And on Star of the Seas, we changed up the shape a little bit. She's a more circular arena, which allows these skaters to get more speed. They can do more intricate tricks. So, maybe instead of a double spin, they can do a triple spin, things like that.
Yes.
Which makes those a lot more entertaining. And then our show for Star is going to be Soul. It's going to follow the journey of the sun.
Nice.
And let me ask you about the Icon Show. And one of the things I thought was so cool about the change of the circular rink and the way that they do the new venue with these ships, how I experienced it on Icon of the Seas. I really loved it. I loved that in addition to the performers and the skaters, of course, of what they're doing, they use the imagery from the lighting to cast down on the ice to create these these just scenery.
Yes.
So the show that I think I saw on Icon went through the different seasons. So literally they would cast down the snow or the leaves or the anything for the different seasons. And it looked the flowers for summer. And it really transformed the ice to make it look set. Like the way they can use that digital imagery to do that was just incredible, right?
Same way with the Aqua Show, what I was saying about the Aqua Show, same thing with the ice skating show. Just the light show itself is just over the top. Yep. And then we saw the one guy that had like the drones or something, and he was throwing them back and forth, and they were coming to him. I don't even know what that was, but it was the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's just cool. That just sums it up. It's just so cool and such an enhancement to your cruise, right?
Yeah, and the Aqua Show is not just aqua; it's so much more than just
acrobatics and aerial with that too.
Yes, it's incredible. And the same thing with the ice skating rink. I mean, those people are just doing incredible things that, like you said, you would see like in the Olympics or something.
Yes, absolutely. Or a Cirque du Soleil exclusively. It's very unique.
Yes.
Very, just not the classic entertainment. And it's just so outside of the box of what you think you'd get on a cruise ship that which to me makes it so unique.
It's kind of like the icing and the cherry on top of everything else, because everything else is so good. The ship is good. The food is good. And then you just add that entertainment aspect of it. And that makes it incredible.
And not only just stage shows, we even do fun things like our promenade parties. Did you guys ever do one of those?
Yes, we had the little parade that went down through there, and then the balloon drop the first night. Loved the balloon drop, and then they had the 70s dance party and stuff the first night. Oh my gosh, next level.
The promenade being kind of our middle kind of introduction to the ship, kind of
Mhm.
that like meeting space. We'll do fun
Yes.
events there, like the 70s party or the ball drop on the first night, and even
Mhm.
the Ocean Odyssey, which
That
is
looks so cool.
it's going to be our promenade parade, and our theme is going to be Ocean Odyssey. So of course you can expect to see
Love
whimsical
it.
characters and floats and performances and stuff, and we do that all out in the promenade. So even if you don't want to go and sit down in a stage show, or sit down in the
Mhm.
theater, you've got other ways to see entertainment like this promenade parade. But if you're not a show person at all, no worries, because we have cool things like the comedy club. I've
Yes.
sailed with friends before that are like, oh, I'm not really into the shows, but they loved the comedy shows.
And they had wasn't it totally dedicated karaoke spot?
Yes, totally dedicated karaoke spot. You've got the comedy show. You even have a dueling piano bar.
And the
This
dueling
is
pianos.
my favorite venue.
And since it's all open to the promenade, people were gathered around the dueling pianos, but we still enjoyed it. We were kind of, hanging back just a little bit on that top promenade deck and just filled the whole area. I mean, you didn't even have to be in the venue to enjoy it.
No. And it's just so classic and perfect. Two piano players going back and forth, taking requests from the crowd, trying to stump each other. It's just a big sing-along, and the sing-along just spills out into the promenade, right?
It does. It just spills out. I love that about it. Because
fun.
I noticed that, on the Oasis class that, they had so many cool places, but they were all tucked away, which was cool and all. But this just takes it to the next level where it includes everybody, even if you're just walking by.
Yep.
Oh,
everybody can get a piece of the entertainment. It's just perfect. And
I loved it.
I think it just offers an alternative. If you're not a stage show person, you've got other alternative things to do. Even Lou's, our jazz bar in Central Park. I mean, think about
in Central Park. Yes.
A nightly wonderful quartet with a beautiful, the venue is open air. So you've got indoor and outdoor seating, elevated cocktails. Sometimes, of a 7-night cruise, maybe one night I want to have a quiet, chill date night dinner and go listen to jazz. And every single night can be different. Every single night can be an adventure. Maybe one night just you go bar hop. Maybe you hit the 1400 lobby bar and have one of our really fun dry ice cocktails where you see the really cool smoke. Or maybe you go dance the night away at Boleros to Latin music, which spills out over the promenade too, right?
Oh, I love it.
Cool experiences, whether you go into it, whether you pass by, it's just immersive, and it's everywhere, and it's all open for you to choose, right?
So even if you're just walking between things that you're doing, you still feel like you're part of all of these things that are going on around you. Mm-hmm. And I just can't explain it. It's just continuous entertainment, even if you're just walking from point A to point B.
Yes. Absolutely. It's very continuous entertainment. So I wish that I could show you every single deck, every single thing, but I'm going to leave you with one of the absolute best parts about Star of the Seas and about class ships in general. And that is the fact that we have a very special position among the staff there. You happened to meet the chief dog officer when you were on board Icon of the Seas. Did any of you guys?
I did not.
All right.
Like I said, there's so many things I didn't get to do.
Well, another thing that makes our Icon class ships unique is that every single ship will have a special position called the chief dog officer.
Love it.
On Star of the Seas, we have a beautiful golden retriever, who is our chief dog officer. And I want to show you guys our new chief dog officer. I want you to meet a little cutie.
Cutest breaking news ever! It's your chief dog officer Rover here, and guess what? I'm finally a big sister! Sailor is a very nice girl, just like me. And she's about to start her journey to become chief dog officer of Star of the Seas. She's going to make the best family dog for the crew on Star, and the cutest best friend to the guests on board and at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, just like me. And guess what? Her ship is my ship's sister ship. Soon, my little sister will start learning all the skills she needs for her job, like traveling the world and making friends on board, so that she can live her best life ever at sea, just like me. I can't wait to meet her this summer. I'll be keeping an eye on her, so stay tuned for more of Sailor's first moments. Welcome to the world, Sailor.
Welcome,
there you go.
Sailor.
Taylor is our
Yes.
chief dog officer for Star of the Seas. She is Rower's little sister, and she's gonna be on
Adorable.
So that's probably, I know I've said a lot of things are my favorite about our ships, but having a dog officer, I'm such a huge fur baby lover. You heard mine all night tonight.
Yeah.
So to have a cutie on board is so awesome. Another special thing is that Star of the Seas, we got done with her a bit early. So we are adding some 4 and 3 night sailings before she begins her regular 7-night journey.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the questions, is if they were doing something for the because they moved the date up.
Yeah, they kept on moving the dates. We had a little confusion there, but we want to introduce her as early as possible that she's ready. So what we did is we added some extra sailings, and it's very special because a ship like this normally does a 7-night itinerary. It's going to stay at a 7-night itinerary. That is really what you need to experience everything. But it's also kind of cool to be able to dip your toe in, to have a little 4-nighter or a 3-nighter. So we did add a couple of those sailings. There are 3 4-night sailings and 1 3-night sailing that is available, and then Star will start to do her 7-night regular sail.
Okay, I just want to say how unusual that is, because
Very
I know,
unusual.
like on one of my previous group cruises got canceled because the ship wasn't ready yet. We were supposed to be on the second sailing of it, and I won't name any names, but they messed me all up.
It's
And
incredibly unique to have a ship done early. And
never cruise lines have it early. Never.
Yep, exactly. So this is pretty special, and it's a great way to kind of dip your toe in if maybe you can't do the whole 7-night and you just want to experience it. I don't think it's enough time, but hey, sometimes we have to fit things in when we can, right? And that is the perfect thing for it.
It would be a great appetizer,
Right? A little appetizer. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And the biggest thing I'll say, two other things I'll leave you with, is that Star of the Seas is going to be sailing out of Port Canaveral. So it pairs perfectly if you guys want to add a little Disney or Universal day with it, I love Orlando. There's so much cool stuff there. I think that's it. Yeah, it's out of Port Canaveral, and she's going to be starting August 16th as her first official day.
Oh my gosh, that's coming up so soon.
Very soon. So we're super excited, and I'm excited to see another Icon class. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm excited to see another Icon class ship. I just think it's such a unique experience. It's not even a cruise, it's a vacation experience. And from being on that, it's just truly a game changer when it comes to how to spend an incredible week being immersed in these incredible adventures, activities, dining. Just such a treat.
It is. And it, like I said, I dare to say that the Icon is the perfect cruise ship. So I know Star is going to be the perfect cruise ship. And a lot of people are, trying to compare the two and saying, oh, well, Star is just a cookie cutter, copy or whatever. That's okay, because the Icon class ship is the perfect class ship. It really, really is. I can't even think of anything that I would change about it. It was just absolutely perfect. And I want to talk a little bit before we go any further about the group cruise. Now, I probably will not be on this cruise, but this is because we have plans for Alaska 2027, which I'll be announcing really soon as those rates come out. But yeah, so I've got the Star of the Seas group cruise on October 25th, 2026. It's a 7-night out of Port Canaveral. It stops at Coco Key. It goes there first. Coco Key, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then St. Martin. So I have cabins available on hold for you guys, and at absolutely incredible rates. Just like I did on the Icon, I booked it as early as I possibly could to get those rates locked in for you guys. So if you want more information, just go to my website. There it goes at the bottom, awesomesunsets.com. Click on contact us to send me an email. So definitely have those on hold for you guys. Okay, so you want me to stop sharing?
I'm all good. Yeah. I mean, I could talk to you forever about stuff.
Now can you see me?
Let me take off mine. Just close out of here. Yay! Hi.
Yay! Well, I tell you what, you covered the Star of the Seas so very well. I can't imagine if anybody has any questions, but if anybody has any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat now. But I would just want to thank you, Miss Krystal. I absolutely love having you on my show. You're so knowledgeable and so well-spoken, and we just absolutely love having you on. So you are welcome back at any time.
Well, you know me, I'll be on every week if you let me, but I don't want to hear nothing but
I'm telling you. Well, at least once a month or something, we need to have you back.
We have to do it more often. And actually, I'm going to bring it up live so that maybe the viewers can tell us if they're interested in hearing. We have recently launched our Royal Caribbean destinations. So we've always had destinations, of course, like Perfect Day at Coco Cay, but we're going to put them all under one umbrella so you guys will know exactly what Land Destinations Royal Caribbean is all about. We have some exciting things planned, like a beach club in Nassau, a beach club in Cozumel, and even a new Perfect Day Island in Mexico.
I know you must have read my mind, because that was my very next question. And I was thinking maybe next time we have you on, we can do a deep dive into those.
I would love to, because I have some cool details. We actually just released the Nassau. It's going to be Royal Caribbean Beach Club at Paradise Island. We just released her pricing and everything. She's available for people starting in December. And I would love to come back on and talk to you about it. I want to tell you all about the different areas. It's not just one little strip of beach. This is a really awesome, huge area. As you're coming into Nassau there, we're going to have our own private ferries, not just a tender boat, not our, the lifeboat tenders. We're going to have our own ferry that's going to be an experience within itself to take our guests over. There's going to be an area for party, for family, for chill, pools, beachfront, food, drink. Awesome. And then we're going to you've been to Coco Cay, we're going to take that concept over to Mexico.
Love it.
We're going to be in Mexico, so we're going to have that same architecture and feel and food. There's going to be a lazy river.
Oh, yeah.
I'm from the South. We float. So a lazy river is right up my alley. So, I would love to come back on and talk about that stuff. I know I just took up 5 minutes talking about it, but there's so much more I can tell you about it and show you guys. I mean, there's so many
love to see that
planned, and I know that we're known to be a cruise line, but don't discount our land destinations, because we're really coming up with them, and we want to make every stop not only have an amazing, you're coming off your amazing Royal Caribbean cruise, but we want awesome land destinations for our guests to delve into too. So
absolutely. As much as we love the ships and we love being on the ship, we also love going to the beach and the beach clubs. Absolutely. Oh, welcome in, beach, please. As a matter of fact, there's Betsy and Mike right there. And Manny said, oh, wow, a private ferry. And John says, does Icon or Star currently sail to Nassau?
We do. Yes. Yeah, it's perfect. It's just a cool experience. I mean,
I'm sure the Star is going to be going to all of those Caribbean destinations over there. Absolutely.
Eastern and Western Caribbean. So we've got it covered, and just depending on where you want to go, and every single sailing hits Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And that's so important because that is truly another extension of our incredible experience is our private island. And it's not just, it's not just a strip of beach. It's a robust experience that you've experienced and and it's a perfect icing on the cake when it comes to these Star of the Seas sailings.
Yes, but Tanisha, my friend that's going on the Star in my Star group, she's excited that Coco K is first now on this itinerary. So she's like, oh, and then San Juan, we got the chance to go to San Juan in 2023. That is amazing. St. Martin's amazing. We went there on the Oasis and went to Maho Beach and had the airplanes flying over our head and all of that. So definitely this is a great itinerary for my group space that I have. So yeah. All right, Krystal. Well, I think that's all the questions that we had. But like I said, we'll have you back on soon and we'll do a deep dive into those private destinations. Can't wait for that.
I love it. I can't wait to be back. And I mean, you have the best, most engaged people. Like, this is just fun.
I know my cruise pals are the best.
Yeah,
absolutely. So all right then, well, if that's all, then I will let you all go. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed and awesome day, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Thanks, guys. Bye. We'll see you real soon.